Ding 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 ding.
No, it can't be. Why would he come back now? It's been over 15 years. It's just your imagination. You've been under a lot of stress. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Well, behold, the Crazy Frog Racer games, or just the worst kart racing games ever made. Now, I don't say that lightly. I mean that with every fibre of my being. And I believe it should have been against the law to release any of these games, but there's one I genuinely can't believe they got away with. Which one? Let's find out. The Crazy Frog, or Annoying Thing as it was known, was a CGI character that was made to accompany a 12-second soundbite of some div trying to sound like a motorbike.
Ding 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 ding.
This soundbite coincided with the whole mobile phone boom of the early 2000s, which was a weird time, I must say, where you'd buy ringtones, wallpapers, and softcore pornography by texting in a number out of the back of a magazine. And the Crazy Frog went about as viral as you could go in 2003. And a year or so later, we got a full music video, with the soundbite being layered on top of a dance remix of the Beverly Hills Cop theme, while the Crazy Frog rode around on an invisible motorbike with his cock and bollocks out. This wasn't some late night television junk. They played this fucking shit around the clock. I think I saw it on Top of the Pops.
At 6, Cheeky Girls, cheeky song, Touch My Bum.
They later came to their senses and edited out his disgusting genitalia. But by then it was too late. We'd all been scarred for life. And because the establishment thought us gamers were a bunch of easily pleased juvenile delinquents and not the connoisseurs of fine art and culture that we had become, they thought they could make a quick buck at our expense. So let's dive straight in with Crazy Frog Racer, released in 2005 for the PlayStation 2. It starts off with the Annoying Thing doing his annoying thing, followed by a brief video introducing all the classic characters we've come to know and love over the years. Oh wait, no we haven't. Who the fuck are these mutants? Let's select Championship mode and find out. So there's Ellie, who has a 3 road holding skill, Flash, who looks like he wants to sell me some G Fuel, Jack, Drone and Bobo, who are also there, Grim, who keeps pointing to his dick, and Mikkel, who is obviously French and wielding a meat cleaver because he presumably wants to kill and eat the Crazy Frog. I wish he'd hurry the fuck up about it. Next we have the Cups, Baby, Funny, Crazy and Special. Oh, I bet it's special. And witness, ladies and gentlemen, the worst kart racer on the PlayStation 2. The controls are way too sensitive, and for some reason, the camera jerks around with every move you make. And I couldn't play this game for any longer than half an hour at a time because it was giving me headaches. Then there are the items that you buy with the skull coins you collect while you race. You got guns, mines, boosts, your standard stuff, though all completely pointless. The only one I ended up using was the mines, because the boost is unusable, sending you flying off the fucking track 90% of the time. The racetracks are the most poorly designed video game racetracks I've ever played. And when I say racetracks, I mean racetrack. Yes, there may be 4 cups with an advertised 12 tracks, but there really is only one track. One gigantic, interconnected, haphazardly constructed, incoherent bastard of a track, where pathways are just opened and closed off, giving the illusion that the tracks are different from one another, but you'll find yourself turning the same corners and going off the same jumps, race after race. Imagine if in Mario Kart 64, Koopa Troopa Beach was stretched into 3 tracks. Say the first time around is normal, but track 2 made you have to go through the cave, and then track 3 blocked off the cave and made you jump over the big rock. It's like, no, they're not 3 separate tracks, it's one track with 2 different variations. That's what Crazy Frog Racer's like, except the track looks like this, and it has 11 variations. And because the one track to rule them all is so grey, boring and long-winded, none of it sticks in your head. The first part of track 1 will be the final part of track 4, and the second part of track 4 will be the third part of track 6. I mean, it's fucking mental. You can see how confusing it is by all the branching pathways they just Frankenstein together. Never have I seen a developer give less of a shit. Take this corner for instance. I think the road bends around to the right like the previous track, but this time the road is blocked and I just fly off into nowheres. They couldn't even be bothered to hide the parts of the tracks that aren't being used, and now I use the boost to try and catch up, and that's why we don't use the boost. Sometimes the road gets so dark that you can't see where you're going. Some of the jumps send you headfirst into the road, bringing you to a complete halt, and it's impossible to progress on normal difficulty because the speed that you need to maintain to win sends you off the track every other corner. And in the later cups, some of the tracks take over 7 minutes to complete. The level of madness I reached while playing Crazy Cup for over 45 minutes was frightening. I guess I can't say the game didn't warn me, because it did drive me fucking crazy. The closest thing I can compare Crazy Frog Racer to is Wipeout, which I don't want to do because I have a lot of love and nostalgia for Wipeout. Me and my dad would play this demo disc for hours trying to beat each other's high scores. We did this so much that I even have footage of it.
That's a record!
That's a record!
I just got the record off of that!
So mentioning Wipeout in the same sentence as this piece of shit hurts me, but it's the best I can do. And the music I'm using in this episode is from the original Wipeout, because most of, if not all the music in Crazy Frog Racer is probably copyrighted. I don't know who would want to claim ownership to such shit, but I'm not taking the chance. Okay, onto the Special Cup that takes over an hour to beat is just recycled tracks from the previous cups. So the reward for reaching the Special Cup is doing the same shit again. And the reward for beating the game is unlocking everyone's favourite Crazy Frog character, Matilda the Cow. Well, this was worth the several headaches I endured. There's also a jukebox with all the shitty drum and bass music featured throughout the game, but now with the added bonus of the Crazy Frog dancing to it, and I believe this would be an incredibly effective form of torture. But we ain't through with the Crazy Frog yet, because Crazy Frog Racer was ported to the Nintendo DS, and it's as bad as it sounds. The same tracks, the same characters, only now it looks even worse, controls like a fucking tech demo, with the developers seemingly going for lunch as soon as they programmed in go left and right. The music is so bad it makes a 13-year-old Spotify playlist sound like Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. And I don't think anyone even playtested it, because within 5 minutes I was stuck in an infinite death loop where the boost wouldn't despawn when I fell, which made landing the jump almost impossible because you only see where you're supposed to land at the last second, with the slightest touch left or right killing me in mid-air, and sometimes even when I landed the jump the game said I didn't. Then there was this part where I fell off the track because the controls are shit, and it respawned me at the very edge of the jump, and even though there was road beneath me, which I was clearly landing on, the game for some reason was still counting it as a death. What an atrocious, unplayable, shameless cash grab, and never has the Nintendo seal of quality looked so pathetic. Oh wait, hold the phone, yes it has, because here it is on the box of Crazy Frog Racer for the Game Boy Advance. That's right, not even little Timmy with his GBA was safe from the Crazy Frog scourge. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present to you Big Elk, Dream Boy, Pushell, Rasta Dog, Punk Girl, Mafia Hen, who for some reason looks like a mouse, and Toro, worst kart racing group of characters I've ever seen.
Well, here it is, Crazy Frog Racer for the GBA. Oh, it's just fucking... Oh, well, at least there's nowhere to fall off, I guess.
And Killer Whale means boost. I repeat, Killer Whale means boost. Why? Now you might argue that using mushrooms to boost your speed is just as strange as using a whale, but Mario Kart came out after 4 mainline Mario games, 5 if you include the Lost Levels, and a bunch of cartoons, where it had been well established that the mushroom was a power-up. So by the time Mario Kart came out, it made perfect sense that the mushroom would give you a speed boost. Nowhere in Crazy Frog lore does it state that the Killer Whale means anything. At all. Why not just use the letter fucking B or something? At least the letter B would make more sense for boost than whale. Other power-ups include a Black Johnny, 1 wheel that does fuck all, 4 wheels that do fuck all, a protection sphere, a boxing glove that, like the wheel items, has no noticeable effect, an oil spill, a gun, and some hardcore Mad Max wheel blades, because apparently the Crazy Frog is out to maim his fellow racers. Seriously, look at this. Have you ever seen a more putrid sight in your life? Oh, and the Crazy Frog still has his penis in the menu screen. Putting this shit on the shelves was daylight robbery. It really is the meme where it's like, Mum, can we have Mario Kart? No, there is Mario Kart at home. Mario Kart at home. And I've saved the best for last. Crazy Frog Racer 2 released a year later in 2006 for the PlayStation 2. Now, let me ask you, would you like to race around the reskinned tracks from Crazy Frog Racer 1 with pillows, beds and footballs floating around everywhere and controls so sensitive that the game's virtually unplayable while a remixed version of Right Said Fred's I'm Too Sexy plays in the background? Well, Crazy Frog Racer 2 is for you. And I'm not joking about the reskin tracks. They didn't even attempt to try and hide it, because they're even in the same order as the first game. It's the same fucking game. How is this legal? You can't stick the 2 on something and sell it again just because you've added footballs, aliens and snowmen. Doesn't give you the right to charge people twice for the same fucking game. And somehow they made the worst kart racer on the PlayStation 2 even worse. Not only is Crazy Frog Racer the worst kart racer on the Game Boy Advance and DS, but it holds the top 2 spots for the PlayStation 2.
Right, that's it. I'm not playing these shitty games anymore. I'm gonna lure him under my desk with this. This is my old phone. And when he shows up, I'm gonna stick this in his belly. Wish me luck, gang.
Ding 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 ding.